I heard about these three brothers that left home and prospered. They got back together to talk about the gifts that they got for their elderly mother. The first son said, "I built Mom a big house." The second son said, "I got Mom a brand new car." And the third son said, "Since Mom loves to read the Bible, but she can barely see anymore, I got Mom a special parrot that's been trained to read and quote the entire Bible for her." A few months later, they all received a letter from her. The first one said, "My dearest Milton, the house you built me is way too big. My dearest Gerald, the car you got me is way too small. My dearest Donald, your simple gift was the best. The chicken was delicious." You're welcome. So as you can see, the barn here is now empty. We picked up a goat earlier in the week from Mapleberry Farms, and he was a really nice goat, but I never wanted a goat with horns. So Jeremy seen him and found him online, and we went and grabbed him. But I'm just like kind of nervous of goats already, so I wasn't really a big fan. And he was nice, but I was just really uncomfortable having a goat here with horns and then letting him out with Sam and stuff. And I was told by Mapleberry Farm when we brought him back that he would have been fine and has never done anything to hurt anyone. But there's no point in having an animal here on the farm that I'm not comfortable with and Sam's not comfortable with. If he didn't have horns, it would have been better. I just was worried, that he could. About a year and a half ago, we went to look at some goats. They were, I don't know, maybe 2 years old, and they were bigger goats. And clearly the man who had them didn't take good care of them and didn't, I don't know, he said he just, they had been locked up in the barn all the time, I guess. And when he let them out and they saw me, one of them came at me and kept hitting me with his horns. And then my arm got caught in his horns, and that kind of freaked me out. So I thought if we ever get our own goats, I want ones without horns. Jeremy's seen this little guy that we picked up earlier in the week, and he was really cute, and he was nice and stuff. So, and he was just little, so we thought, well, maybe we could give it a try. But unfortunately, I just wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't want, he was a buck, and so not fixed, and I just didn't want one in the yard that had horns because I just don't trust them, and I'm just not comfortable with them. So he seemed like a good enough goat, but he's just not for us. So we've decided we are not even going to bother trying goats. It's hard to come across ones that have been disbudded. So we're just going to give up on that, on the whole goat thing. We're more hunters, fishers, and builders than we are farmers anyways, like farming animals. We farm like the maple syrup, we'll do the blueberries, we'll do the garden. But as far as animals go, we said we were going to get a cow and more goats later in the week, but we're not going to do that now either because the other goats were just a friend for this goat that we had picked up on Monday. So now we don't need them. And the cow, we need a bigger setup. So there's no point in rushing into a cow when we don't have a bigger fenced area for him yet. So we're just going to kind of stay away from any of the farm animals other than chickens. And I think we're going to try ducks as well. So I'm looking into getting a bunch of baby ducks and raising them here. And I like, the small things. We had chickens for a year and we loved the chickens. We only got rid of them because we wanted to fix up the coop over winter. And we have a new coop coming that'll be great for them. We're going to section off a part of this coop probably for the ducks and make it like a nice little warm area for them and get a little heat lamp and stuff like that. So we're just, like I said, we just want to hunt. We hunt our land. We hunt bear, deer, moose, anything, partridge. I mean, we'll hunt anything on our land that we can. And we're better at that. We're better at just hunting than raising actual animals and taking care of them. I mean, to be honest, we're busy doing other things. We would just rather build than come and take care of farm animals every day. It's just not for us. People who do it is great. Like, we buy half a cow from a big farm that's not too far from here. So it's awesome that there's farmers out there, but it's not our style. We're just not into it. So I'm not saying we're never going to do a cow, but not right now. And I did the pigs last year and butchered them, but I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like having them here. They were just like kind of a burden, really. We're busy doing so many other things with running YouTube and building and homeschooling and just other things that we enjoy. So animals aren't really something that we enjoy. So we're just kind of going to stay away from that for now. Again, we'll do the chickens and the ducks because we loved the chickens. They're simple and they just kind of do their own thing and we let them out and hang out with us. But no big animals. If we're going to do a big animal, we're going to hunt it instead of farming it and taking care of it. And we have a brook not far away that we go fishing, and we have our pond out back. We're going to stock with trout one day. So we have access to all that sort of stuff. We don't need to actually raise it on our land. So anyway, this coop here will just be used probably for either more chickens or for ducks in the future. The back barn for pigs. I'm not saying I'll never do pigs again, but I'm not doing them this year. I really didn't enjoy having them. We tried. We're the type of people who like to try new things. We don't just like to write it off and say, oh, I'll never do animals, or I'll never do this, or I'll never do that. And even if we don't like it, we at least tried. And the people we got the goat from, they were happy to take him back. There was lots of other people who wanted him, so it wasn't a big deal. They didn't mind that we tried and brought him home, and we don't mind either, because now we can say we've tried a goat and it's not for us. So we'll never do that again. We tried the pigs. I don't particularly want to do it again, so if Jeremy does, he'll be doing it. Actually, he would probably just buy them and I'll be doing it, but I don't want to do pigs again. We tried the chickens. We loved them. No point, like I said, in doing a cow, because we don't have the fencing, a big enough fenced area for them. So we will just continue we got a lot of stuff here to do anyway, building. We got to get that garage done. We want to build a bigger wraparound deck around the front to the other side. We got to build a wood shed this year. There's so many things that we need to do that involve building. It just takes up a lot of our time anyway. So we don't have necessarily a lot of time to be out taking care of farm animals anyway. So yeah, anyway, on that note, we do farm maple syrup because we have a whole bunch of trees. Like I said, I have 86, 87 trees tapped here on the land. We have way more, but that's all I did this year. And I had a very successful day of collecting yesterday and the day before. So I've got about 6 buckets, 5 gallons, so 30, about 30 gallons again, 30 liters, 30 gallons. I have 30 gallons that I need to boil down today, and I need to check again today because there's probably even more. So I'm going to go around, collect, and today will be a day of boiling. And that literally takes up the whole day anyway, because you have to be out here boiling for the entirety of the day because there's usually quite a bit to boil down. So let's go get the boiler started. If you're too hard putting wood in here, the bricks fall. So that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Put them back up and be fine. Of course, I buried that one in there. Okay. All right. All right, I just touched my head with my black fingers. That's probably not good. They're all full, and the fire's going. Let's boil. I got almost 3 buckets in the top, so I have 3 more, and then I got to collect today. So we went up the driveway and around the back and collected again. Out of 87 trees, we got maybe 2 buckets, so about 10 gallons. So it's really starting to slow down. The weather's been changing. Last night it didn't even go below 0. Tonight's going below 0, but then it's up to like 17 tomorrow. And then the next night's going below 0, but up to about 12 again during the day. And after that, it's not going below 0 again anymore. So I think that we're probably done for the season. I think this is probably going to be our last boil. We're boiling down about 40 gallons because I collected 2 more. So we're 2 more buckets full. So we're going to go boil about 40 gallons today, and then that's probably going to be the end of it. We've You know, we've heard from a lot of people in like New Brunswick, even Nova Scotia, that their boiling season really hasn't been very good. It was a lot shorter this year. It just wasn't that good. The weather's just been so weird this year. So it's definitely not a very good year for collection. We won't be selling any maple syrup because we hardly were able to even make that much. I mean, we won't have enough to last us the year, that's for sure. But we'll have enough. You know, it's been fun to do it, but the season was way shorter than expected, and we just didn't collect nearly as much as we hoped. And that's the same as pretty much anyone we've heard from that boils. Like, this year has just been such a weird year. So we'll be out here tonight for a little while because we got it started maybe around lunchtime. I think I have maybe 15 more gallons to go in, and yeah, then we'll call it a night and probably call it a season. It's been fun.
Oh yeah, it looks like it burnt my coat. I didn't even realize it until I was done putting wood in, and then looked down and was like, huh, well then, cheap thing.
Fire retardant?
Yeah, not really. Good thing it's my farm coat. Not fireproof, no.
So if you look up here, you can see the buds coming on the trees here. That pretty much is telling us the season's pretty much done for maple syrup too. Normally we kind of wait till the sap starts to kind of go on us. It starts, you know, you can still use it for baking and stuff, and it's still all right, but we're not even getting enough anyway because the days aren't going up and down enough. At least summer's coming, so that's good. And that means that we're pretty much ready to get going on this. So we're gonna obviously finish off our kitchen whenever that gets here, but we'll probably start on the soffit of the garage here. Then we'll side it just like that, and do everything else we want to do to it, all the interior and everything. Oh my land, they're good. That's the double part. This is the first one. I actually took the whole thing off.
Mmm. Yummy.
I want that one.
This is the rest of Daddy's. I'll make you one. Oh,
Oh,
layer.
triple layer. Go again. You jerk.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay, you can have it. What's that?
I'm gonna roast these two my way again. So this is my way.
Oh, yeah, right. Boiled.
Yeah,
Just
boy.
not in the sap, just over steamed. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't like it burnt. I don't really like the taste. I don't know why.
You don't like it burnt?
No.
No.
Just whatever. This is one of the marshmallows I roasted.
Is it already?
Mm-hmm. Fluffy as a meatball.
Boiling down. A little bit longer. Starting to get dark now. Dark outside.
It is dark.
Yeah.
This is their first night boil this year, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. Got our lamp hooked up over here to the jackery.
It's our off-grid,
Off-grid sugar shack.
yeah.
In the Canadian wilderness.
Yeah, we actually are in the woods.
Yep.
There's no McDonald's near us.
No way.
This is probably our last time
Yeah.
this year. Redneck style.
You're right.
We already filtered it through here through a cloth right there. Got another gallon.
Yeah, at least.
We got a few gallons anyway.
I'm like at the store where I could totally buy a filter and I always forget until it's time and then I use this. I mean a funnel.
Funnel,
an actual
yeah.
funnel.
Since we didn't make enough to sell it, we're just filtering it the once through our cloth, and that's plenty.
Yeah. Right, pour her in.
So it's a real pretty high tech setup. So we pour it into the little pot.
Yeah.
And then the little pot into the little coffee filter. And then into the thing. And that's after we poured it from the pan over here. That's just water now because it'll warp. So we're just letting it boil back down. Or the fire just finished up. We took it from that and we poured it through the filter into that pot. So this is, you know,
This is how it's done.
pretty
here,
big deal.
The farm.
At least we got a few gallons
Yeah.
of sweetness. Sam will be happy.
Yeah.
She's been happy. She's been eating it. We all have. No candy this year, though.
Won't have enough to make it. She's disappointed about that.
Yeah, we could maybe try to make a couple, right? A couple molds. Just sucks. You got to boil so much down.
I know. It's too much again.
Yeah, just get it over there. There you go. Oh,
Overkill.
something.
That one has a white thing on it, remember?
Yeah, I know. Like if I drive her down hard, it'll push it down. There's another bottle. We're doing all right.
So we're just going to finish this up. Then I'm going to go in and shower because I've sweat all over my face. See you in the next one.
Later.